everyone, my name's Andrew, you may know me as GamePar. Today I'm going to be filming an update on my Enterprise E project. There's the Enterprise E right there. If you've seen my episodes and you've been wondering where I've been, I haven't had a whole lot of time to get a lot of work done on it. April and May are my busiest times of the year at work. We just got finished a crazy weekend, put in huge numbers of hours. We had over 600 junior highs for a junior high conference at the church that I work at, and I'm heading off next week on Monday to Huntsville for a conference for work that happens every 2 years. So it's just been a very busy time of year. The other thing is I've been waiting on some supplies to come, and they finally did come. I've got the day off in lieu of the time on the weekend. I mean, Saturday I worked like a 17-hour day, something like that, which is more than double the standard kind of work day that most people have. So yesterday was a day to recover. Slept in, got a bit of extra rest. Today is just a day off that I can spend working on my model project. So I spent a little bit of time cleaning up the studio. I did something a little bit scary. If you're a model builder, I vacuumed the floor. I don't really like to vacuum the floor in the middle of our project in case there's some little bits of stuff on the floor that I don't want getting vacuumed up. But I've been really good in making sure that all of my parts are accounted for. So I'm 99.99% sure that there are no unaccounted for parts that could have been vacuumed up. But I want to show you just the whole process in doing this. And I don't know if I'm going to get the update out today, but I'm going to be getting a good start on it. I'm going to be working on this all day, working on the model project all day long, and hopefully I'll have a really good update out for you. I'm trying to give you a quick tour of the studio as it's set up. This is where I do my YouTube gameplay, where I do all my video editing. I've got a YouTube video about long haul air flights on at the moment, just to play as I'm doing some work. But this is the place where I get all that work done. And basically it is here in our garage, and then yeah, there's the vacuum cleaner, the freezer in the background. And then I've got my model work desk here, workbench, that's what you call it. And I've got an old model on the workbench right now. I'm going to be doing a box opening during my update. This is a model. I look after all the students where I work, and we had some new students come, and some parents know that I'm in love doing models and stuff. So they had this old Enterprise model from the 1980s, and thought that I might like it. So I'm going to do an unboxing. Normally, if it was an older model like this, like a super old model, I would probably keep it in the packaging, but the box isn't in good shape, and so there won't be any collection value here. So I'm going to open it up, and I will at some point build it. But I'm really curious, one, to see the state of the model after this time, things like the decals, that kind of thing. But two, I'm really just curious about what this model looks like. So this is the model building desk. I've got my shelf that has all of my models yet to be built on top, and got a nice stash of them there. And I've got my just temporary work area where you can see I've got a bunch of stuff here. And then this is kind of the view behind the camera. The camera's not quite set up, and the lighting isn't quite set up. This is my poor man's light diffusion box. It's tissue paper hung from the wall, and I've got a lighting bar hung from the track of our garage door. It's currently unplugged so that it can't accidentally be opened and damage the lighting. That lighting will be aimed, and that gives the nice key front lighting. So there's my camera, there's the rest of the garage. This is the area where we park a vehicle if we need to in the winter, if we need to load it up or clean it out or something like that, and we don't want to be out in the freezing cold. Kind of got a park clean mat just to help keep dirt under control. Dirt and models are not a good thing. So yeah, so this is kind of my workspace, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different in my setup for today's update video. I'm going to be grabbing one of these monitors that I have here. I'm going to be hooking it up to my camera. I have to say a big thank you to Mr. Elliot Brown, who has been watching my videos and given me some really nice complimentary words, but also some really good input as far as how I can do things better, and some really good tips and tricks. One of the things that he mentioned was that I need to do some better shots of the model and show it off a little bit better. So to help me do that, I'm going to hook up the monitor to the camera so that I can at least see the framing as it's happening and I don't have to run behind the camera and look on the little view screen. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up, but first I need to make some coffee. 5 tablespoons of Starbucks French roast coffee here, and in the French press. Soon I'm going to have some really good coffee. Now that my coffee's brewing there, I'm going to get all set up for the day's session. Hey there everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome back to another update from the Enterprise E project. Not from, on, with the Enterprise E project. I don't have my lighting set here. That'll be better. Push it under there for now. Hey there everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome to another update on the Enterprise E project. Got a few things ready and exciting for you today. Well, not really ready, because I have to actually do work on the project. First of all, big thank you out to Mr. Elliot Brown, who, one, has recommended this project on another video series by I'm going to do this all over again. Hey there everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome back to another update on the Enterprise E project. Today is going to be a work day. I haven't had a chance to get any work done on it since the last episode, but today I have a day off. So this is the standard LED tape that I've been using, and if I can get it up to the camera, and I've got a little bit of a screen here so that I can see exactly what you see. Actually, let me do this again, because I'm not quite sure that that's on automatic focus. Hey there everyone, my name is Andrew, and welcome to another update on the Enterprise E project. I have absolutely no work done on this thing right now since the last update. It's been a crazy busy time of year. It's actually my busiest time of year. April and May are super busy. We had Easter last weekend, just this past... Hey there everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome to another update on the Enterprise E project. One of those things that you mentioned is that I'm not getting good enough views of the model that I'm working on. So I'm going to try to make that adjustment today. I've got a screen in front of me so that I can really, position things well so that you get a really good look at what's going on with the model. So I'm going to try that out today. I want to show you the LED tape that I got. So first of all, this is the standard LED tape that I've used. Let me get a little bit closer and hope. There we go. The automatic focus is having a hard time. So for every inch of super high density LED tape, there are the 3 LED chips. So I'm hoping, and my big job today is to get those warp nacelles done with the lighting. And so they were looking at my videos and thought, oh, we have this model sitting at our place. Nobody's ever going to do anything about it, so maybe he would like it. And I absolutely love it. So I want to unbox that model today. It is, actually, I can grab it for you right now. Here it is. So it is the original series Enterprise 1701. It is, let me see if I can grab the copyright on here, 1983. So I'm just in the process of re-rigging for the box opening reveal. I've got the camera there. Clearly the camera is going to be too low. I've got to actually lower the tripod a bit so I can raise the angle of the camera so that I can see my face in it. But yeah, so this is just a reset I'm working on. Obviously, I need to get anything out of the way that shouldn't belong. That's kind of cool just to be maybe just in frame there in the corner. We'll need to adjust that, but let's get some of this other stuff out of the way that doesn't need to be here. So I'm just getting ready for the box reveal. I've had to move some things around, and as you can see, I am barely in frame here, standing behind this desk. Also, one of the challenges working in this space is that the floor, the main floor of the garage is actually sloped, and there's a 6-inch difference between the front and the back, and you can really tell the difference. If I get down here, you can see the subfloor we've put in. You can really see the difference in the height. So that means that the camera is always on a bit of an angle and you have to kind of adjust for it. I've put this subfloor, this wooden floor in place because it's really annoying when things are rolling off of your workbench because your workbench is on a slant. So in order to get this framing to work properly, we've just had to put the microphone up on a milk crate, move the camera back, and I've just had to try to play around with it to adjust it to get kind of myself in frame here. So done the best that we can, and I'm going to go ahead and, oh, it's still, I might have put the one side up a little bit too high, so I'm going to just adjust the height, and then we're going to get ready to record this bit of a box opening. So I've done my box reveal opening thing, and I'm just resetting right now to do some close-ups on the actual model itself. I've done what's called a mock-up. I've grabbed a bit of the LED lighting, and I have just kind of stuck it into the model for the time being. So I'm going to set up the camera and the microphone, get it all set up to do the next little batch where I'm going to show what it looks like with that LED strip inside. Here we are with the setup to do the close-up on the nacelle for the Enterprise. So camera is set up, and except that it just went into sleep mode because I've currently got it on the on battery power. So let's get that booted back up. So it's on manual focus, which is really the only way to get a good shot, and actually even my phone camera here is having a hard time focusing on the screen. But the camera itself is on manual focus so that I can get as clear and crisp a shot close up as I can. I've also got my microphone right by the camera because I'll be standing behind the camera talking and pointing out what's going on in here. So it's time for me to record the next section. So I just finished recording the section showing the demonstration of the LED lighting tape. It's really overexposed on the camera here. You can't really see any of the blue color, but it's glowing up really nicely. I think it's a successful test, and it showed up quite well on my camera. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is a whole pile of grinding work, getting this basically put together myself before I come back with another video. So that might take me some time. So I'm going to kind of put my studio back together. I'm going to get the camera here, sorry, not the camera, but the screen back over to the YouTube studio area because I might be recording a little bit of Minecraft tonight. So unfortunately, not the whole day can be working on a model. I've got to go do some grocery shopping. So while I'm at it, I'm going to set my Minecraft to AFK fish. Really hoping for a mending book. This happened. What a pain. Broke the chiller grill. I'm going to have to get a replacement kit, and that means a whole kit, not just a piece, because replacing the parts is next to impossible. I already did it once, and I don't think that they'll do the same deal for me again, but I've been able to contact the hobby store in Newmarket. I'll stop in there Monday on our way up to Huntsville and pick up the replacement kit. Because they have it in stock, I'm so thrilled. Also, because they've got it in stock, I might try again on the saucer section, because I think some of the fiber optics kind of just didn't work out properly on this kit. So I might try my hand at it one more time. Daycare pickup time. Say hi, Avery. Hi. Hi. Can you say subscribe? Yeah. So it's nighttime here now. We've had dinner, little one's in bed, and it's time for me to wrap up this day. I hope you've enjoyed this little behind-the-scenes look at what's going on at the studio. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button, and I hope that you've had a great time. For now, this has been Andrew from my studio. Have a great evening. Avery, what should everybody do? Subscribe. That's right. Subscribe.